What's up? We back with another episode of 411 Uncut. Today, we got a very special guest in the building, SamSantana. What's up?
Y'all, what's good, y'all? Feel me? Checking in with y'all favorite artists. Feel me? SamSantana in the building. Feel me?
Yes, SamSantana, I'm so glad to have you on the couch today. We got a lot to talk about, man. You up and coming in the city, so it's only right you come to 411 Uncut so we can get them to 411 on you. So,
Feel me?
First things first, let everybody know, what part of Cincinnati you from, gang?
I'm from the Westwood area, Cincinnati. Feel me? It's a big area, so it's a lot of different areas in Westwood. But more specifically, me and my brother, we both grew up in the Westbrook apartment complex. If y'all know where that's at, feel me? A lot of my Cincinnati natives, y'all might know where that's at. It's an apartment complex. If you're not from the city, you could almost kind of think like it's structured the same way as O Block. I know y'all all know what O Block like. It's like a circle
Yeah.
building. So that's kind of where we grew up at, feel me, at the apartment complex.
Wow.
In the Westwood area.
That's what's up. So, growing up in Westwood, what's that been like for you growing up on the west side of Cincinnati?
The west side, I think it's pretty chill, feel me, compared to a lot of other areas. West side kind of chill, like growing up, we weren't really doing too much crazy stuff. We could be outside riding our bikes. We used to be outside. You might walk to Exxon, feel me, walk to UDF, all that little stuff with your, feel me, with your guys. We was really chilling growing up for real. So I say I really had a pretty chill upbringing. It wasn't too much crazy shit going. It was a little bit going here and there, feel me? Like, I remember back in the day, they used to, like, you could be riding your bike. One of the older dudes might come down like, let me see your bike. Feel me? I know you remember. They be like, let me see your bike. He jump on your bike, take it to Exxon. You not getting your bike back. So
Oh,
it used to be
man.
little stuff like that, life lessons, chill shit. But it was nothing really too crazy, I say. I think it was pretty chill growing up. At least for me, I wasn't really doing too much crazy stuff. So that's how it was for me. At least growing up over there.
For sure. Now, I know you're in high school right now. What
I'm
high
still in
school you go to?
Right now I go to Dater, feel me? That's pretty much where I've been going since I came from middle school. I just been going to Dater, just your average high school. I mean, it's a little hood, feel me? Like, it's a little hood, it'd be a little bit of fighting and shit like that, but it's just pretty regular, feel me? My school pretty cool. I'm gonna graduate from there next year. That's one thing I always, feel me, make note of. I still do want to graduate, even though I'm making music, feel me?
Yeah.
I still want to get my education and be an educated artist, feel me? Not just like not knowing what's going on. So I do want to graduate. I think everybody should graduate. Just because you got something going on, feel me? That don't mean you got to just say forget school, because that's going to have something else on your plate. Like, all right, I got my degree, feel me? And you doing rap, like, you going to be good, feel me?
For sure. Now, are you planning to go to college when you graduate? What do you think will be the plan for you after high school, though?
I mean, college, I definitely look like I probably want to type go to college, but it just might depend on the situation. Like, I might be doing online college. I might go to college depending on where I might be at that point in time. But it is something I want to do, even if it might be something that I don't do directly when I graduate. I might do it like 2-3 years later on down the line. Eventually do it, though. It's definitely on the list of things I'm going to do for sure.
Okay, cool. Now, are you involved in any high school activities? You do anything in school, or are you just all about music right now?
I play sports too, though. I type be playing sports. Like, we run track, feel me? Like, a lot of people don't even know I got a whole record in my school in track. Like, we got the record in a 4x1 if anybody run track. We got a record. Like, we really, feel me, do sports on the side. I do a lot of different things on the side, but yeah, I be running track at school. Then I was playing basketball too, like, average shit you do growing up. Just playing sports, just doing all different type of stuff. Feel me? Stay busy, stay doing something, so you don't really get too lost. You might get caught up in the streets or any of that.
Man,
so, feel me?
Man.
Just playing sports, just kind of to stay away from all that extra shit.
Hell
and then,
yeah.
Stay on the right way, stay on the right path.
Hell yeah. Do you feel like Cincinnati is like that, where it's like if you don't stay busy and stay focused on something, you can easily get caught up in the wrong things here? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think every neighborhood is like that too, especially any lower income neighborhood. A lot of predominantly black neighborhoods, like a lot of people who just kind of coming up didn't have too many opportunities. They mama might couldn't afford you to be able to get into a summer program or get into some of these sports. Like, they just kind of get caught up in the only thing that's around them, just become a product of your environment, and just immediately get caught up in the streets. Like, if your dad in the streets and your uncle in the streets, your big brother in the streets, how you gonna even know anything else, for me? So I think a lot of people get caught up in that environment, and then people from the outside looking in be like, they think it's so easy. Why don't you just stay out the streets? Why don't you get out the streets? It's a lot of people that was born literally into the streets. So I think it's real easy to get caught up if you don't have a strong enough mind to look out of the streets and really try to see something better, and you just kind of doing what you see around you. It's definitely easy to get caught up in the streets, like, feel me, quick, feel me. So,
yeah, and once you in there, it's hard to get out.
Definitely, feel me. Definitely, it's hard to get out the streets.
Yeah. Now, being from Cincinnati, you have any close friends that you feel like have kind of went that way, or lost any friends on the way, you know, in high school and things like that you had close to? Any friends that done passed away from the violence that happens here in Cincinnati?
Yeah, fortunately enough, I ain't really lost too many of my close friends from gun violence. Fortunately enough, I haven't experienced that directly, but it's crazy. Like, you could be going to school with somebody, feel me, and then they might, feel me, that didn't happen a lot of times, where somebody that I've been going to school with might have passed, and it's like, dang, somebody I just seen last week, feel me, they gone, like, just forever. So I feel like that shit's so common though in Cincinnati and just all over, feel me. You kind of get desensitized to it, because it's like, you might just be scrolling on Instagram, feel me, long live this person. It's like, dang, like, you don't even really feel nothing. That's kind of like how it start to get a little bit in Cincinnati. Like, it's so common, you could kind of just, feel me, just get desensitized to it, which I feel like that done happened to me. Sometimes I might scroll, be like, that's crazy, just keep on going. And when you really take a step back and look at it, like how young we is and how young a lot of these people is that's, feel me, passing away, it's really crazy to look at. Like, the life expectancy in some of these neighborhoods is way lower than it'll be in a higher income suburb area. So yeah, for sure, I think it's definitely, it's bad in Cincinnati the same way y'all see it's bad in all these other neighborhoods. Like, I be telling people how they glorify O Block and Chicago and all this. It's 100 cities just like that. Like, they just don't got that media where that's really putting it in front of your face. But it's 100 O Blocks. It's 100 King Vons. Like, I know a King Von. So it's like, y'all just, feel me, some people don't really see it unless you really in it. So I definitely think that's the case for sure.
Man, do you feel like being a young artist, a teen rapper, that you know you got to figure out how to like bring people together, bring the teens together, and maybe try to stop the violence? Because like you said, you know, you can go to school and next thing you know, it's like, dang, the homie dead. Like, you know, you scrolling on timeline and you seeing, you know, this teen has passed away, was shot and killed. Do you feel like being like a teen influencer here, that it's kind of your duty to make sure you kind of push to stop the violence?
Yeah, I think it's anybody that got any type of following or any type of influence on a large amount of people. I feel like it's partly your duty to kind of try to sway the people that you influencing into the right direction. Because my audience, like, I know a lot of my audience, so it's like, I know some of these people as younger kids. Like, I done had younger kids come up to me and I be outside and I'm seeing like these kids 12 or 13. So if in any way I could impact them and make them might think like, oh, I want to be a rapper, or I want to, feel me, I want to do like this instead of going to the streets. I definitely say that's one of my goals, as just not even as an artist, but just as a person with notability. If I could try to change anybody, especially a younger person, like life or the way they going, I definitely say I feel like that's a responsibility of mine for sure.
Hell yeah.
For sure.